Hi, I'm Margaret Spring. I'm the Chief Conservation and Science Officer here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. My background is as a lawyer and a policy advocate, and I lead a team here that connects people to ocean action. In addition to leading the Act for the Ocean team here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, where we focus on sustainable seafood, protecting ocean wildlife, and addressing all forms of pollution, including CO2 as well as plastic, I led or participated in many expert reports over the past 3 years that focus on not only the impacts of plastic pollution, but also the solutions. These were very important to me because as a lawyer, I wanted to understand how we could use law to help address this problem, but also because I lived through my younger years in a time when we didn't have any protections against pollution. And so plastic pollution is ubiquitous, it's growing, and it was definitely under the radar, unfortunately, except for those who saw it in our ocean. And so when I was able to chair the National Academy's committee that was called for by Congress to explain the impacts and the role of the United States in global ocean plastic waste, it opened my eyes to how big a problem it is and how important it is for us to get to the sources of plastic pollution and reduce them. But also we have to work at all parts of the cycle, cleaning up and also reducing our waste in general. Then I was asked to join the 𝐌𝐚𝐫𝐿 Commission on Plastics in Human Health. So we really got a chance to develop a report, a comprehensive report on the impacts of plastic pollution on people, especially the most vulnerable, children, women, and people who live in other countries who don't have much waste reduction or waste management potential. That report was issued during the negotiations of the Global Plastic Treaty, and that was a terrific way to raise these issues, and now it's on the table right now in the negotiations that are still ongoing this year. I also co-authored a report with the Environmental Law Institute to identify the pathways for taking action now by the U.S. government, and we hope that will have more impact. Importantly, all of this information is what I use when I attend the meetings of the negotiations around the Global Plastic Treaty, which will have our final meeting this year in Geneva. One of the things I'm doing is not only leading our Monterey Bay Aquarium delegation, but also I'm the chair of an expert group representing the International Science Council, which is scientists from all over the world. And it's science that's really going to make a difference over time in decisions under this treaty. It's an important treaty, and we have to replicate the work locally, nationally, and of course regionally. But the global treaty is absolutely necessary to protect us over time. And so I think that this is an area that all people could pay a lot more attention to and could bring their voices to. My message to you is that the environmental laws and policies that have been enacted over the last 50 years have really made a difference for us and for our ocean. And I experienced this growing up. We used to have no protections from clean air, for clean water, and now we've made big leaps forward in that area. In addition, we've actually said we want to protect endangered species, we want to recover our fisheries, and the laws and policies that developed, because you asked for it, have really made a difference. So I would say my message is very much what you care about, speak out about. Don't be shy, don't give in to the idea that it can't be done, because the fact is that we can do it together. And I've seen so much progress in my lifetime, and now I look to the younger generation to see how their power can be used and brought to the attention of decision makers. And this can happen at the international level or in your local community. So please, don't give in to despair. Be positive and take action.